joke.
No, it doesn't. That's horrible.
So that's terrible.
Did you watch the trailer for the Jake Gyllenhaal movie?
I did. I think it looks okay, honestly. Yeah. I mean, because they're not trying to remake it like it was.
Which one? The Division?
The Roadhouse.
I have no idea.
The Roadhouse, you know.
I know what Roadhouse is.
There's no old.
Well, they're making a remake with Jake Gyllenhaal.
That sounds.
There's no old mentor.
Sounds terrible, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
But they kind of updated it to where he's like this UFC fighter that's fucking down and out on his luck.
Like Con Air.
Was he a UFC fighter?
No,
Army Ranger,
but he had lethal weapons. They charged him. They charged him with
he was charged.
Was it murder because he was using
manslaughter.
His deadly weapons.
Yeah, manslaughter
from a specific training. He had
the judge mentioned he's like, you are a danger to society.
He had a very particular set of skills.
Dude, you posted that meme about being Ozzy in a world of Kanye's.
I saw your comment too.
Dude, it made me think of like how much a world of Kanye's would suck, and it was like a world of like John Malkovich's for being John Malkovich.
Malkovich!
But they're all just going Kanye, yay, and they're all that big dumb fucking Kanye face.
He doesn't show his face much anymore.
I love that. No, he does not.
He's always covered up now.
I'm always like, this looks like an 80s slasher
That
movie.
guy's in some severe
he brought out that Yoo-hoo and
mental
net,
distress.
Dude, to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu.
I guess like fucking the paparazzi have been like trying to get signals from the girl he's seeing if she's in trouble.
Blink.
The thing is he's just got so many people that can leech off of him. So nobody's ever going to be like, this isn't in your best interest anymore,
right,
Kanye.
Right.
Because everybody would just be like, this is an opportunity
this is cool.
for me to make money.
Yeah, it'd be like, this is cool, go ahead. No, you're right. I think that's true. I think it's true with any kind of powerful people, except Cat Williams.
What about the people around Vince McMahon, dude?
Jesus. We'll get to that. It's the GeekZip podcast. I am so fucking excited. Look who's sitting over there, Christian.
We didn't even do mic checks.
We good. I already did all of it.
Which camera's pointing at me?
That one. Wes is here. He is an OG co-host of the GeekZip podcast.
The return of the Mac.
I was an angel investor.
Yeah, you were an angel investor.
Yeah,
9 years on the 1st of March.
Wow.
Yeah,
what do they call
years.
venture capitalists?
I drove past that place.
Did you?
5th Street?
Fifth
right?
Street, yeah, the original
because I couldn't take 6th Street the other day on the way to work. They had it blocked off, so I went down to 5th Street.
I wonder why it's blocked off.
Utility work or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so happy to have you back, brother. Hopefully we can make it regular. I know you got a lot on your plate, but hopefully we can get you over here more often.
Is the mic going to pick up my sniffles? I feel like I'm going to have some sniffles.
No.
All right.
It picks
Not
up
because I'm sad.
It picks up his heavy breathing.
My breathing's bad, you know.
It picks up his heavy breathing.
I'm wheezing.
I used to get so self-conscious when
you did.
online.
Well, that's because I made you wear headphones.
Online gaming. Remember we played on the IMAX who had the always-on microphones.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear breathing.
That's what it said. I had to tell him. I'm like, dude.
Because people make me do PvP and it gets really intense.
Dr.
Got my
Lewis,
heart rate going.
Dr. Lewis got on him because he was fucking breathing like a goddamn, like he just ran up a fucking mountain.
It's your inhaler.
I have a weird way of breathing too. You know?
Oh, is that what it is? You got a weird way of breathing?
Just always through the mouth.
I focus and then it's like.
Always through the mouth, never through the nose.
Always through the mouth?
I thought
it was up through the nose, out through the mouth.
Well, not for me because like my nose is generally full of snot.
Yeah, he's sick right now.
I'm not sick.
Sounds terrible.
It's just I
didn't mean you were contagious.
We think Wes is going to give us COVID.
I have to get used to new animals. All right, so if I go into a place and animals I've never, so my body has to get used to that and not. This is not trying to make your house sound dirty.
No.
It's just animal dander. They all have it, right? I just got to get used to it.
Okay, all right.
So maybe, the next times I return to Zip Cave, I'll be used to this animal dander.
And it's funny, the first thing you mentioned is that it's not Zip Cave. It's because it's not below. It's actually
It's kind of like the Zip Tower.
See?
Well,
I tried to go,
or your belfry.
I tried. Belfry's a good one.
Right?
I never
like
thought of
bats
that.
in the belfry.
I like
Zips
that.
in the belfry.
I love that. That's good. No, we tried Watchtower. It just didn't take. Nobody called it. It's still called the Zip Cave.
Well, that's because that movie sucked.
What was that?
What
the Stephen King series that they're like, we're gonna make this into a movie with Idris Elba and Matthew
Dark
McConaughey.
Tower, not Watchtower.
Oh yeah. Anyways. Well, it was
That's
bad
why
enough.
Christian didn't get it.
Sorry. No, it's no
Well,
good.
then I thought you were talking about that movie.
And those books are supposed to be great.
The books are. I've only read The Gunslinger. I will say that. I haven't read anything past, but the gunslinger made that movie look like my kid shot it. I mean, it was, or wrote it rather. So that was for sure.
So it wasn't a good movie?
Not a good movie.
No, it was not.
Great cast.
Yeah.
Just terrible movie.
Yeah. Could have been good.
Yeah. They had all the...
Yeah, they had the ingredients. So
kind of like season 2 True Detective.
All right.
Did you watch the latest episode?
I have a beef with you, motherfucker, because season 2, you have to go back and watch it again.
God, I like that.
I've done it, though.
I like that.
You went back and watched it again?
Yeah, I mean, not recently, but I did see it at least twice.
I mean, did you not have like a better respect for it the second time and kind of caught shit you didn't
So here's
catch?
the thing. It's just depressing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it.
That's
is
what
like,
my dad says about
at
the
least
new
in the
season.
first season, there was some rough parts, but there was a pretty great resolution. But in the second one, it's just like, man, everything that could have went wrong.
Yeah.
And it was just sad.
Is that the one that you said they're just characters and running around and no plot or something?
Well, it is.
That's
That's a killer cast.
I mean, it's
right.
I
mean, nailed it as far as casting goes on that.
Colin Farrell's performance was great, but I see what you're saying.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn. God damn.
I can't think.
Now, the third one, I felt like they just tried to copy season 1. You know? I mean, I felt like it felt like a copy.
And again, awesome cast.
Yeah.
But also sad, you know?
Sad. Well, the guy's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And his wife and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the new season?
No. Okay, so here's the whole thing.
What's the deal with that?
So
You're moving. So.
No. Okay, so for the last 5 years.
Yes.
All right, so Bree and I are...
Bree's your wife.
Bree is my wife.
Yes.
Major consumers of TV and film.
Yes. Yes.
We just never find the time to watch that stuff.
I feel you, dude. No, I feel you. We talk about that often.
Our kid still sleeps in our bed.
Yeah.
And whatever, bad parenting, call it whatever you want. It's awesome. I don't care.
That's what.
So no, we have no time to ourselves. So
I got you.
Once we actually get some time to ourselves, we got some catching up to do. But there are other goofy things that I'll watch that she'll have no interest in, like the Halo series.
Oh, we found somebody that watches it.
Yeah, I watch. So I actually
takes off his fucking helmet, Wes.
The Halo series, which I've seen twice, and then rewatching other things.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Netflix's series Dark, the German series.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay. Is that good?
Mind warp.
Dark is amazing.
Dark's good. Yeah.
Dark is amazing, and then I'm rewatching right now HBO's The Leftovers, and then the irony is me saying, True Detective is too depressing.
I was going to say
that
you can't get much more fucking
The Leftovers,
depressing.
the entire series is an exercise in grief.
It's pretty sad when the fucking stars don't want to come back for new seasons. This is what I heard.
It was just it was an end. It was an end. They found an end to it.
Good ending.
It wasn't like Westworld. I still loved Westworld.
Yeah.
Everybody talks. I gotta watch Westworld. I have never watched Westworld.
I think that's a whole part of the whole Warner Brothers acquisition. And their budget crisis.
Cost too much. Not enough return on that one.
Damn straight. All right. Wes, usually in the beginning of the show, I know you listen sometimes.
I'm a listener.
You're a listener, and we talk about kind of what we've been doing this week, watching, playing, stuff like that. You want to go first, or you want us to go first?
I'm still steady playing Diablo 4.
Diablo 4? Really?
Yeah,
you're still playing it?
The new season.
All the seasonal content is a blast.
Oh, you're doing the season stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I got you. And what is the seasons? Is there anything new with the season? You get like new gear?
Yeah, every season it's like a different little storyline, and then they just tweak things. Last season it was like you're a vampire. You had all these vampire.
Okay, so it's
abilities.
like all the other fucking seasons, like Fortnite.
This season you have a little robot companion, and
yeah.
But I mean, I go to a website that tells me like exactly how to build my character because I'm too old to try to come up with
mod it yourself.
Right. and I have a blast. I follow their guides and it turns my barbarian the only thing I ever play. So
right.
We're in season 3 and all I've ever done is play barbarians. I can't bring myself to do anything else.
Diablo 4 was fun as fuck. I love
it. So it gets a lot of criticism, but I love it.
Well, I mean, I really want to play the story. You keep going.
The story's great. But now for me it's gameplay.
Yeah,
it's fun just
for sure
smashing things to pieces.
What about you, boy? What'd you play this week? Anything?
Nothing. I'm still recovering from my pinched nerve. No.
He had a pinch. Is it better?
No, it still hurts. Not as bad, but it's kind of.
Are you putting something? Are you trying to heal it? I mean, are you putting something on it?
I've been exercising with it and using.
You shouldn't exercise with it.
Well, no, it's like physical therapy stuff.
Do some yoga.
And,
yoga?
Heating pads. And
okay.
Stuff.
Icy Hot's great. Or they got that new shit out.
But now, instead of a pinched nerve, it just feels like a sore muscle in my arm, like a Charlie horse.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I actually played the beta for that Skull and Bones game, the pirate game. Have you heard about this?
I remember when it was first announced.
Yeah, and it's fucking fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You start out on this badass ship. It's kind of like
why don't you get the Suicide Squad?
Why didn't I get the Suicide Squad?
Wait, it started off with a game-breaking bug right from the start, right?
Right.
Nice.
That had
only
a lot
in beta. It wasn't out.
That
yet.
had a lot to do with it.
That was for the people that paid $100 for.
That's what I'm saying. Which I probably would have. Does that happen to you? You pay for early access and fuck it up?
I probably did early access for Diablo.
You
definitely did Diablo, yeah.
Well, no, I think
it was available.
I think I just waited until it was a free weekend. I actually showed some restraint.
Okay.
For the first time, but yeah.
It went quickly it went quickly down in price after it came out.
Yeah, some of the games that used to catch my interest, like the Division and
the
Ghost Recon stuff, I was all about paying more to get access quicker.
Right.
And sure. I don't regret it.
Patience is.
I was an adult and I had money to spend, so I did it.
I got you, for sure. Well, I've been playing that a lot. I did. I accidentally downloaded a Star Trek game that apparently is for the VR headset. However, you can use your controller for your hands, so it's kind of weird because you feel kind of like you're using a robot to like push all these screens on your display, and it was kind of fun. I liked it. I'm gonna keep going with it.
Never watched never made it through a single episode of any Star Trek.
Really?
Not a movie, not an episode. I just never did it for
What about the newer movies? You never watched the newer movies all the way through?
No, you know what? I did.
Yeah, you watched the newer movies all the way through. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. You just not into it? You just not into the boring fucking military kind of thing? Is that what it is?
I don't know why I should be, right? Because I like Star Wars. And I was a huge fan.
It's kind of surprising.
Like Starship Troopers.
Like Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
and Battlestar Galactica. So like spaceships in space.
Not enough action.
I guess, yeah. I guess it's kind of more like a space,
bunch of politicking.
Like a space
too
soap
sciencey.
Opera.
Right. Speaking of which, and I got a story on it in our extra section, but I guess they're re-releasing episode 1 for their 25th anniversary. So remember how politicky that fucking movie was? God damn.
Everybody loves the prequels now.
I know. Isn't that crazy? It's nuts.
Yeah.
And they say that in the future, people will love the prequels that Christian hates. So, I mean, it's great. I love it.
I have a theory.
What you got?
It's because we're just old now.
Is that what it is?
And because I'm actually watching... I've made it through. I started them in order with Kate.
Has Kate started? I was going to say, has Kate watched them already?
We're on Empire. And it's like, man, sometimes there's so many hokey parts in the original.
Oh, yeah.
Many. And I think
but I mean, I think episode 3 never got the credit.
Here's something new with Star Wars, and it should be perfect. But it's like the Star Wars you're imagining is perfect isn't far from it.
Right.
But and that's hard to recapture. You can't recapture your youth. These things that were amazing the first time we saw them.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, and we're treating it like it should be a Best Picture winner. And then when it comes out and it's not,
we're pissed off about it.
Everybody's angry because there's a black guy and a girl in it.
That's a great
It's the truth, though.
I mean, you're not lying. You're definitely not lying for sure. What do you think about the new Star Wars shit? What do you think about? Have you watched Mandalorian? Or,
yeah, I've watched all.
I mean, do you feel like they're going down a good path with that?
Yeah, that's all entertaining.
Did you watch Ahsoka?
Yes.
What'd you think of Ahsoka?
So I never really watched the animated stuff, so I feel like that was what people who would watch Rebels and things like that. And I tried to watch Clone Wars and things like that.
I did too.
It's just kind of messy for me.
You got to watch those review videos on YouTube. We've talked about
It's easier for me to read about it on Wikipedia
or read it, yeah. Or
same thing with like the Bad Batch. That sounds great. Sounds fun. I just not interested.
So you're saying Ahsoka wasn't that engaging for you, or
not as much? It wasn't as cool as Mandalorian for me.
No,
right? Because
I agree with that.
From like playing Knights of the Old Republic, and where you really got a lot of Mandalorian. I mean, and that was, the Mandalorian.
Probably the most
lore.
interaction with the Mandalorian. You went to Mandalore. I mean, you did several missions on Mandalore. So, yeah, I hear you on that.
So, and how the series fleshed out they're like Spartans, right? It's just like a warrior lifestyle.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, that's cool. That's fun for me.
That's awesome. And that's my problem with the Halo show. The game felt to me like that was sacred. You don't think so? I mean, you don't think it's a big deal?
Dude, the game's just shooting stuff.
I mean, but no, come on now. There was a backstory, and it was very engrossing.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's like, okay, I guess if you take it as a whole, right? All the cinematic scenes for Halo games, how long is it really?
There's a
15, 20 minutes?
No.
Like if you sat down and watched all the cinematics?
Well, aren't there stories now with like more people in
There is some
armors
kind of like fleshed out animated series.
Well, they made like that Reach game that had like, or the one where you're the group. You're not really Master Chief.
There was like a girl Master Chief and all Master Chief people.
But yeah, no, that's the thing. This is a series I know I can watch without my wife, and she's not going to get upset.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'm watching Halo, and she's like...
That's how it is with me and the Master of the Universe animated
Basically,
series
the best parts of the Halo series were the first 10 minutes of the first episode and the final 5 minutes of the last episode.
How are the aliens? Does it have the Arbiter in it?
I think they did I think as far as all the effects wise, I think they did a good job. No, the Arbiter is not in it, but the elites look cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it the Reach? Is that the name of the enemy, or is that
there was
another game? Covenant. There's no flood in the series. First season.
All right.
That's too bad. That'll be a crazy.
That'll be nuts. Yeah, when the flood. If the flood.
So it is. I mean, that is kind of a cool thing.
Do you feel like that's what they're setting up for at all?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is the show related to the games?
Yeah.
I mean, you have the same. He fires the weapons, and you got the fucking.
I meant like.
What are you talking? Like the gameplay?
No, like the same kind of story, like the Star Wars games.
I think so.
Yeah,
right.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're
got Cortana
big,
and all that shit.
Well, so that was the thing too. I think like the actress, like the voice actress, is still the actress, and then I guess they kind of like mocapped her too or whatever because she's a little digital self.
Mm-hmm. Right. What you been watching, Christian? What'd you watch this week? Anything cool?
Can't remember.
You're just worthless today, aren't you?
You
got some road lag.
Been a long week. I watched that Hunter Stalker or Lover Stalker Killer on Netflix.
What's that shit?
This guy goes on a date with a girl he met online, and she goes crazy and kills the next girl he dates and pretends to be her and stalks him.
God damn!
Burns her own house down and shoots herself and all blaming it all on the other woman.
It's such a sick world.
I can't handle those things.
That stresses Wes out.
Well,
I'm watching a lot of Intervention still. There was a horrible.
Does that not depress the shit out of you?
There was one where they're like, after 2 years later, she killed herself. She lost her battle with depression. I was like, wow.
And you watched another episode after that?
No, I think I had to pause.
Did you have to stop there for a minute? At least you got that. Jesus.
The one thing is I guess the thing about Intervention that's cool, though, is that these people still have people in their family that care.
Yeah.
Family and friends.
Very true.
Because in my experience, it's they don't. Anymore.
Right.
If
you get that bad.
I see the people who,
you get that bad.
Yeah.
Now, don't say anything, but Wes is involved in criminal justice. We'll just say that.
And there are people
So he does see, like,
there are people whose addictions
criminals.
have led them to incarceration, and nobody is there anymore.
That is terrible to see. And that would be terrible on a daily basis, too.
Yeah, the cycle just repeats.
Man.
And sometimes people don't have a choice to cut them out.
A person just has to want to change themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Anyway,
they finally had somebody from West Virginia on the show. I was like, "Yeah, represent."
On what show?
And he was on everything.
Oh, on Intervention.
On what show?
I'm sorry. I mean, we're throwing around a bunch of shows. On Halo.
What are you, the West Virginia guy? What are you addicted to? All of it.
Is that what he said?
I mean, that's what it was.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, yeah. Whatever.
Are you an alcoholic or is it narcotics?
Whatever I can get.
Well, it's like when they start going like, well, I take the sleeping pills and then I take the Xanax and then I take the cocaine to counter that.
Can you fucking imagine doing all that shit at once?
Do you have to be dosed to have to be a functional human?
I can't. That's why I get stressed when I start watching that one.
One of them
Whites
had
of West
the worst.
Virginia shit.
Dude, one of them had
like
the worst.
When
the worst reasons for getting addicted.
What?
Her drunk husband killed their little kid.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's a terrible thing to happen to you.
That's horrible. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the reasons are ever of why they start of how they become an addict. It's more like,
well, a lot of
why
them
do you
too,
stay an addict?
A lot
right?
of them too, though, were the people in the pain pills and like, yeah, these are safer
well,
from a doctor.
That's a whole
there
different
are some
ball
people,
game.
yeah.
When you talk about pills and
well,
shit.
because there's some people that like got into accidents and were
Yeah.
injured. Or,
wrestlers.
Which
a lot of wrestlers.
And that becomes a healthcare issue.
Right, for sure. What I watched this week, I'm like you guys. It was kind of a weird week. It's really busy. Sammy Z started watching some Masters with me. What you got?
I watched the Marvels.
Did you really?
Yeah,
The movie?
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about this. What do you got?
Oh man,
It was a train wreck.
it wasn't a train wreck. It was fun, but it felt more like Charlie's Angels than an MCU project.
Really?
I mean, there's no men in it.
Just a bunch of chicks. Huh?
It's Samuel L. Jackson and his Angels.
Yeah. that makes a lot of sense.
Oh God. Weren't there like in Greek or Roman mythology the Furies? It could have been Nick's Furies.
Yeah.
Would have been
There were the Furies. You're right.
Yeah,
that's very true. That's interesting. So what? I mean,
it was fun.
Not nearly the hate it deserved online. I mean,
it starts off a little hard to follow with them, like because each time they
remember this is a sequel.
Well, I'm saying the way it jumps around at the beginning because whenever they use their powers synchronously. They switch places with each other, so it's like teleporting, and you're like, "What is even going on in this movie?"
That sounds complicated as fuck.
You've not seen it?
No.
Oh,
dude,
me neither.
I'm soured on the fucking Marvel universe. Honestly, dude,
so very far behind.
I'm pretty far behind.
It ends with the girl recruiting the Hawkeye girl to form the new Avengers.
Yeah, it's all leading up to Secret Wars, is what it is.
But I was like,
here's the
watch
thing,
more.
Wes. You probably saw Endgame, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like I felt like after that, how are you going to top that? You know,
everything they're doing.
The only thing that might top it is the new Deadpool with Wolverine in it. That I'm interested in watching. Honestly,
everything they're doing now.
Yeah.
All right, so like Band of Brothers, right? Here's it.
Okay.
So it would be like, hey, let's make.
You're talking about the show on HBO. You got to
but it's like I feel like everything that's going on with the MCU now is like if they decided to make a Band of Brothers series after the war was over, when all those guys went back to home and work, and it's just boring,
right?
Like, what are you doing? I'm driving my car to my job.
They might be interesting them adjusting.
Well, I mean, I guess the great thing would be like, man, look at this awesome economy and houses that we can all afford.
Now let me say this. I see what you're saying.
I just think it's boring.
But to what you're saying,
they're coming back from Vietnam, right?
And also, everything should be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it should be like, well, this is kind of an inconvenience, but this is nothing.
Criminals
like
breaking into a bank
already.
is all of a sudden this life-threatening situation.
It's kind of like when police officers retire to be a security guard or something. Like, this is all behind us now. Like,
I'm too old for this.
It's
the Murtaugh. You got the Murtaugh going on.
Yeah,
huh? Yeah,
they're all too old for that now.
So, like, I think at first they kind of had their finger on something, and I refer to Captain America and the Winter Soldier or whatever that was, the show.
Oh,
yeah, so I did watch
Falcon
that.
and the Winter Soldier.
I did watch that
because that kind of. Do you agree? That kind of showed some of the downsides.
The Hawkeye
of coming. Yeah, did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched that one too.
Okay.
I think they made their magic with movies.
Yeah.
And then trying to segue to a series.
I
think that's kind of like where Star Wars is doing it right.
But what did you think of the Netflix stuff? Daredevil and stuff. Did you watch any of that?
I watched Daredevil just because somebody was like, "Hey, the Punisher is in the second season."
You're a big John Bernthal fan, right?
Yeah.
That was Walking Dead time, remember?
Right, and it was like, man, what would have happened if Shane would have lived and Rick died? And I think everything is a lot different.
Yeah.
That was, I guess, John Bernthal was in the Pacific, and he was pretty cool in that.
He's
just a cool guy. Yeah, he's just a cool guy.
Very cool guy.
So finding out that the Punisher's in Daredevil, so I watched it. It's okay. It was entertaining enough. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Yeah, I guess I kind of did all that stuff, but I think the Punisher stuff was the coolest.
I agree.
But I think that series were as good as the films, though. That's what I was saying. Like some of the later.
I guess
some of the earlier films. But what I'm saying is,
Maybe it was
once you do an Endgame,
Oh yeah,
like what he's saying, it's like how are you going to?
Well, also those were all in their own little realm,
Right.
Too right. They
At that time, yes.
Yeah.
At that time, they existed separately from each other, like the Sony shit.
Yeah.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I'm hoping they can get back to better series.
Oh, I pray that.
With the whole new with the whole new Daredevil show.
I mean, I hope that my hope is the new Daredevil show kicks off the new kind of fad.
Upturn.
Well, where it's not all of it doesn't go into movies; it goes into everything. It's evenly distributed. And I think that's the big problem. They put all their money into these shows like She-Hulk. They put so much fucking money into that. But then gave fucking Moon Knight, barely any budget. Right?
I could only watch the first episode of that.
Of Moon Knight?
Yeah. I tried,
it's a weird
man.
one.
I tried.
It's a weird one.
Watch like
Werewolf
Oscar
by
Isaac.
Night.
I think he's really cool, but
It gets better as you go. But those first couple episodes
it's hard.
And plus,
you got to watch it. It'll get better.
I'm not sure if it does get better. I think it was better in the beginning. It starts getting weird with Egyptian gods.
It does get weirder, but I'm saying it gets a little bit more easier to take toward those middle episodes.
I don't know.
All right, well,
I don't
that's
know.
fine.
I mean,
I think
maybe
Westwood
it
got
was
to the
just-
point where it's like, what is why am I even
what is
watching?
happening?
maybe it's just time to move on and segue over and do X-Men. And
so a lot of
X-Men
people
and
think that's the future.
Just do
is the
movies and
mutants.
series and stuff like that, or I don't know, or maybe just I don't know, man. Like you did have a good point. Marvel, Netflix did it right, but Disney, Marvel is a mess.
Oh my God!
With the exception of 2 series, I guess.
I mean,
Falcon and Winter Soldier and Arrow, I guess. I don't know.
The Secret Invasion one was bad, and the Miss Marvel.
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
very
I completely
good.
even forgot about
Hawkeye.
that.
You said Arrow.
Oh well, he shoots them. They
I know what he's
actually
talking
there were
about.
2 arrow. There were 2 arrows shooting people. In
Yeah, I
that movie.
know. Dude, I haven't even watched Loki. I haven't watched Hawkeye.
Oh yeah,
Loki,
I watched
too.
that.
I haven't watched
That
any
was
of those.
interesting.
I haven't watched
Did
any
you
of
watch
them.
the second season of Loki?
No, I didn't.
I haven't watched that one.
You watch Invincible?
the cartoon on Prime?
You ever look
No,
at that?
I think I know what you're talking about though.
Dude, you would
Is that
love
with
that
what's
show.
his
Steven
face?
J.K.
Yeah.
Simmons? Yeah.
Yeah.
You would love that show.
Omni-Man.
No, I know a goofy thing that I watched.
What?
The Mortal Kombat animated
With
film
Johnny Cage one?
because of Joel McHale.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a massive fan of Community. Watched
Yeah.
it over and over and over.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
over.
We
So
talked
when I
about that
found
last
out,
week, Zip doesn't really like it that much
I mean,
for me, it's
because
just
he was hating on Donald Glover. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh,
dude?
dude.
I was hating on his Lando performance.
You were just hating to hate.
Oh my god.
it is no Donald Glover's awesome.
Yeah.
Him as Lando. I don't know.
No.
it wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. If he would have acted like he did in Community, it would have been better.
But he
Dude,
is
you didn't
awesome.
even know he was in Community.
Yes, I did. You're such a fucker.
But no, yeah, that's my moment. He's that guy's a Renaissance man. If there's a
Do you think he should have played
He's
him
an
in
artist.
the movie?
A
Do you think
multi-talent.
they should have? People are saying some people wanted him cast as Johnny Cage in the movie. Do you think he could have pulled it off?
Who?
Joel
Joe McHale.
Oh, okay.
He played football in college. He played for national.
Yeah, but he was like a
championship
what was
runner.
he, a tight
He was
end?
tight end. He's a big dude. But I don't know. I mean, you should probably have some martial artist type people trying to do this stuff.
Like Carl Urban.
Is that who's playing him? I don't know. I mean, he's
I
pretty
don't think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's good casting. I really don't. Of course, bad casting is going on all week long. We'll talk about that here in a minute. All right. Let's get into the show. It's just so awesome to catch up with you, Wes.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do it more
I don't think
often.
I've seen him for a while.
It's been a
he was
minute.
busy over the holidays.
Yeah, you were
I
super
just-
busy
I
and you were
remained-
moving,
I'm-
and then
I've been busy for
you had to
5
move in
years.
4 feet of snow
Yeah. Well,
when you first
The-
arrived.
the movers had to
Well,
move.
well.
My wife and I are that
I mean,
box
I'm
here,
sure.
that upstairs, downstairs,
Well, I thought
basement,
about it.
third floor.
I thought about asking if you need any help moving, but I was like, I think we're too old for that.
I don't
We
think
are
I can
too
do
old
it
for that.
anymore, honestly.
We are.
I got to
too
get that
old for
couch out of here somehow. Do you still have that sink thing you needed help
Open
with?
that window. Bring a chainsaw up here.
That's exactly what I told Elena. I'm like, I'll cut
How
it in
did
half.
you get it in here? Was it in here when you moved?
The movers.
Wow.
Yeah, the movers brought it up here. So yeah, I'm very nervous about that because that couch needs replaced horribly.
Gosh, yeah,
comfy.
it would be hard moving stuff up your stairs.
Dude, can you imagine? I have to take everything off the wall. I'd have to take everything off.
The movers knocked a window out of our house.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, carrying we have a king size bed. The previous owners did not.
Were you there?
And as they are carrying the king size bed, it occurs to me: did the previous owners not have a king size bed because they couldn't get it up the stairs?
Is that the deal?
No, we've got 2 king size beds upstairs now, but
just bad pivoting.
But how are they going to get out? You know, if it's up to us, chainsaw and cut it in half and throw it out the window.
Brandon did that. BC did that. Remember when he cut his fucking box spring in half because he couldn't fit it up his stairs?
Did he really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
and then he reattached it with fucking wood.
Well, yeah,
Right.
It sounds like a Ratcliffe way of doing things.
He did the same thing with that fucking network rack. That network rack, he got into the same shit. He cut it in half and took it down his basement because he couldn't fit it down there.
Well,
remember that time when he ripped his front bumper off the Ford Prove and then threw it in the back seat of the car?
And chainsawed it in half and glued it right back on.
Yeah, glued it right back on there. Couldn't tell anything happened.
He should just have a YouTube channel of chainsawing things in half and putting them back together.
Dude, it probably have 4 million views.
More views
in a
than
week.
this.
Yeah,
what's
more
up,
views
guys?
than what we get.
Today we're going to chainsaw this chair in half, and then we're going to put it back together. Gets 8 million views.
I'm telling you, that's what it seems like.
He gets to retire, and
it's because all the autistic people watch it.
Yeah, he's the chainsaw.
Jesus Christ.
The chainsaw influencer.
Oh my God!
Why does mean people that have special interests like autists?
Autist?
You know, autistic people.
Is that? I'm not talking about this.
Okay, don't.
Okay, good. All right, let's take care of our RIPs. And, you know, I'm personally not a fan, but Toby Keith passed away last week at age 62. I guess he had stomach cancer.
It's bad cancer, dude.
Now, I will tell you, when he first came out, and this is like mid-90s, right, when he first came out, I did like him. His music was okay. But then, as you all know, over the years, he slowly transformed into this other thing that he was.
There was a market for him, and he capitalized on it.
Absolutely. I mean,
good for him for seizing the moment.
I never listened to him. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, beer for my fucking horses.
No.
And it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I just know
but
those
you know what they are.
But I don't think I've ever actually heard those songs.
I mean, but
now,
you know
if
what they
Garth
are.
Brooks died, I would know who that is.
Chris Gaines.
Yeah. His emo stuff.
What was the name of that song, Wes?
I don't. So that's the thing. I just remember when he did
remember
that.
the look. You just remember the album cover,
Yeah.
right?
I remember the album cover.
Everybody remembers the album.
Yeah, everybody. Garth had some cool shirts. Some cool shirts that he wore.
Oh God, that was funny.
But will
Chris
you pay
Gaines.
tribute to Toby?
Yes, all our best to Toby.
Yeah.
Why would you say Kobe Teeth? Who's that?
So that's a meme going around because I guess he had his teeth done later in life.
Is it real? He had big
or is
teeth?
it just because it's funny?
The veneers. Did he get?
Yeah, he got some veneers that really stood out.
But that's a terrible picture.
Literally, yeah, it's not very flattering. But anyway, he did have a lot of fans. He did do a lot for country music in terms of bringing attention to it.
Donkey teeth, Kobe Teeth.
No, I think he just continues on. He's just.
I didn't mean to say it again.
Donkey teeth?
Yeah, donkey teeth.
I just pictured Eddie Murphy and Shrek and Donkey. You just said it. It just popped into my mind.
It's kind of
like it's like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Christian said Donkey, and it just popped into my mind. Oh man, it would have taken the form of Donkey.
I'm getting hot now, laughing.
I know it's getting hot. I'll turn on the air.
Oh man.
Oh God damn, you're all zipped up in a fucking sweatshirt, dude.
I'm trying to.
Are you trying to sweat it out?
Trying to cut weight.
Yeah, I'm cutting weight.
Or sweat out that flu he's got.
Yeah, sweat it out. Yeah.
Sweating out the allergies. I am in disguise.
Got some scotch downstairs. All right, let's talk about the big story.
Ooh, Wes don't know much about
Probably
this
not,
stuff,
but I want his take on it
I listened
anyway.
to you guys talking about it.
Okay.
So,
we got
last
WrestleMania
Thursday,
coming up.
Yeah, we got WrestleMania coming up. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. He gets to decide which champion he faces at the main event in WrestleMania. Last Thursday on Peacock, did you watch it, Christian?
Yeah,
okay.
there was like a live press event.
There's a live press event in Las Vegas, which is where the WrestleMania
Super Bowl
will take
is
place.
too.
And the Super Bowl's happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, Vegas is a place.
Are they going to have it in the same place?
That I don't know.
Tear up the turf? No, because that's where the Las Vegas Raiders
where the Raiders play. Right.
Oh.
So there's two places. They're playing at that fucking casino place.
Yeah, there's several of those there.
There's a lot.
Go wrestle at the Sphere, dude.
Wrestling at the Sphere, that'd be nuts.
Oh, man.
Then they could do that crazy shit they were trying to do few years ago with the
MGM.
fucking
the cinematic
video
matches.
effects. Yeah.
They should wrestle on top of that pyramid. Throw somebody off of it.
They threw somebody off Titan Tower during
somebody
Money in
got
the
thrown
Bank
off
match.
the Luxor.
God damn.
You missed
Okay.
when we watched them powerbomb an old lady off the stage.
Yeah, they powerbombed her off the stage, and it was Mae Young. We all remember that.
Linda
The Dudley
McMahon?
Boys. No, it was Mae Young when the Dudley Boys.
I remember her.
Dudley Boys.
Because she was an
powerbombed her
old
off
school
stage. Yeah,
wrestler.
she was old.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And she was just as dirty as Vince.
It was off.
Oh, God.
We'll get to that. But the big story was this press conference. So here's what happens. First person to come out is Seth Rollins, looking stupid like he always does.
Is that
one of
the
the
blonde-haired guy?
He wears crazy clothes.
No,
Okay.
that's Cody Rhodes.
All
Okay,
right.
that's the son of Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
So a little backstory, Wes. Cody Rhodes was in the WWE, did horribly, and then left.
Never got what he deserved.
Right.
Never
Well,
got
Now
the
he's
respect.
reinvented himself.
So he went to
Exactly.
AEW, which is that other
Helped
company.
create
right?
it, I think.
Helped create a
all
elite wrestling, right.
I know things.
And got that built up. Then, in a bombshell move, came back to the WWE. So now the whole thing with him is
And he won
finishing
the Royal
story.
Rumble and then
Okay.
lost last year.
Right. He won the Royal Rumble. So everybody's like, okay, he's going to win the title, finish the story, and become like his father, bring
And
back
take
the
the
winged
title
belt.
off Roman Reigns, who has been the champ forever. He's in.
Roman Reigns been
He's
the
got-
champ for like 4 years, right?
He reigns
He's the
supreme.
tribal
He's the
chief,
tribal
dude.
chief, and we acknowledge him. That's his gimmick. All right, so anyway, there's a little backstory. So Seth Rollins comes out. He's almost like hosting the shit. I mean, I know he's there to find out who Cody Rhodes decides. So then Roman Reigns comes out with Paul Heyman, and they kind of banter back and forth, which is kind of funny, I thought.
Roman says he gets to pick, and he chooses Rock.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, Cody blew his opportunity to make his decision, and the champion is going to decide who he's going to face, and he picks The Rock.
And
That's
then
not
The
how it
Rock
works.
came out.
Then The Rock comes out, and
Got booed.
got booed. Yes, and the reason is, Wes, because
Heel turn.
huh?
He's back to his heel.
Well,
turn.
yes, but the reason that happened is because the fans wanted Cody. They wanted him to finish that story,
There was
right?
a Twitter trend called.
Yeah. I mean, and so they got real mad at The Rock because he just comes back when he needs a fucking shine. And
He's
I'm going to
taking his spot,
what
dude.
you're saying, what you shared about the whole situation this week. So anyway, so The Rock comes out and starts talking, and they're not. The Rock and Roman aren't really squaring off. They're kind of talking about their family.
Well, they're talking
and-
about like how if they did have a match, it'd be the biggest match in history,
Right.
the best match.
Right. But there's no
And then Cody's
animosity.
like, that's bullshit.
There's no animosity between them, is what I'm saying. It's just like kind of like, and I'm wondering if this is a result, because remember, it was booked that it was going to be Rock and Roman. Cody even came out and said that he was going to fight Seth Rollins, and the fans exploded. They were like, "No, fuck
I
that."
don't think Cody ever said he was going to fight Seth Rollins.
Well, he said The Rock was going to take Roman.
Did he say that, or did he just
Yeah,
leave
no,
the ring?
he came out in the ring
I know that, but I don't.
and said, "I don't think I'm the one to face you. I think this man is." And The
maybe.
Rock comes out.
I don't remember what he said.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went down, because that's what ignited everything. That's what ignited the "We Want Cody" trend and all that shit. So anyway, Cody comes out and everybody's talking, and Cody, of course, Roman made several cracks about Dusty, and how Cody needs to go. Roman calls the other title that Seth Rollins holds on. He was the guy in the green. I don't know if you watched it.
I remember green shorts. He was
Not
over
green
there at-
shorts. No.
He was over there at the Civic Center.
That's your favorite
He's-
wrestler,
he
and I
is
know
my
that.
favorite. Green shorts.
You texted me that.
He's a champion.
He was my champion.
It's probably John Cena he's talking about. It's probably who's talking. I mean, we don't know who that was at that time.
Just a green shorts guy.
Yeah, but it could have been somebody big now.
So then The Rock slapped Cody in the mouth.
Slapped him in the mouth because Cody said that the Roman Reigns' ancestors would be ashamed of him. And The Rock and Roman share the same family. So The Rock came up and literally slapped the fucking taste out of Cody's mouth, and everything broke down and went nuts.
Well, Cody mentioned both their...
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't just talking to Roman.
This was not a fucking... This was a pure babyface Cody heel turns Rock situation. I want to make that clear right now. The Rock was clearly... And he turned heel, and...
Well, he had turned heel ahead of time when he mentioned the Cody Crybabies on the Pat McAfee show.
I mean, but I mean, this, I feel like this was like, yeah, Cody Crybabies. Rock is great with words. Come on. But, I share a lot of that opinion about The Rock. I don't like that he comes back when he needs to. It's like, let's go through the list.
Was it him?
Movies
did
bombed.
Did he need to come back?
Movies
or did
bombed.
They need him to come back.
Movies have bombed.
Yeah.
Or does he think they needed him to come back?
Here's The Rock.
They want him back.
Well, let me ask you. Here's The Rock. Movies have bombed. Show got canceled. All right. There's that whole show got canceled.
The Young Rock or whatever.
Show got canceled. And Ballers.
Why'd it get canceled?
Right? I don't know. Probably because they ran out of story.
I thought it was good. I thought people liked it.
Well, I don't know about Young Rock. That's different. That's not something that he was. I mean, I know he's a producer on it, but I'm talking about his show. His reality show got canceled.
I didn't even know he had a reality show.
Exactly.
Huh?
It got canceled. So he's.
I'm not sure it even exists.
Rock is down and out. Would you not agree? I mean, when's the last time The Rock won?
I don't think he's down and out.
I like them.
Well, I don't mean down and out by fucking money.
I watched him in Jungle Cruise. That was entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the type of movie I could watch
now. What
about Fast and Furious, dude?
No, I don't like those movies.
Good.
Good. Yeah. I mean, what does this mean for WrestleMania, do you think? What do you think they're going to go... how does this play out, you think? Because
according to SmackDown, Triple H said it's Cody versus Roman.
But now Cody and The Rock have a thing, right?
Maybe.
Or Triple H and The Rock.
Triple H can't go.
He can't go, but why couldn't he bring back somebody to go for him? And why couldn't that person be somebody like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Because he's too old to be down.
He held his own when he was at WrestleMania last year, even though it was a train wreck.
It's kind of like a workout for him now. But yeah, he's like, I mean, he had some serious injuries, right? Like all these guys.
He pretty much has bionic knees and a bionic neck. They're all
The
robots.
Rock now doesn't even look the way he did when.
Well, he can't. Dude, he gets gassed. I mean, you could tell.
Well, look at him.
And Randy Orton.
He's
all
much
those older
more
guys,
muscle bound now than he was 20 years ago.
Right.
Kind of like what Barry Bonds looked like towards the end of his career. Didn't look anything like himself in the beginning of his career.
Right.
A baseball player.
Right.
Or Mark McGwire.
Right.
All these guys. There's a thing that these guys can do sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It's a magic trick.
I think I know what trick it is. Well, I think it's going to end up being it's obviously like you said it's been announced Cody and Roman, but I don't know what else plays out here.
I know that's why they're going to get you to watch.
Good call.
It's smart.
Smart stuff.
I think it's because they need a distraction.
No shit. Well, we kind of already talked about that. So I did not like this sucked. So The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine, is a personality on WWE NXT.
She's a manager, apparently, right? Or the CEO?
She's the general manager.
That's what manager, and I was like, wait, she's not a manager. She's not.
She actually, after all this stuff with The Rock happened in Vegas, started getting death threats and really negative press on Twitter.
How dare your dad take Cody's title shot? How dare your dad steal the story?
That's
die.
Come on. I mean,
die. They're like,
that's not a good thing.
They said, die, Rocky's daughter, die.
I don't think so.
That's probably what one of the threats was.
I'm sure it was, but I don't, that's not something.
It's not called for. people, we need to remember the humans and civility and decency.
There you go.
In the age of Trump, it has no place.
There you
Christian's
go.
A snowflake. You guys are snowflakes.
Don't melt me over here.
What do you think, motherfucker?
No, it's a disgrace. I think we live in an era where there's no gray anymore. It's everything is so polarized.
It's all or nothing.
You have to love this or you have to hate this.
Yeah, I agree. It's all or nothing.
And if you're indifferent, like,
you're going to get canceled.
Then it's like, you're a snowflake because you're in the gray area.
You got to take a position. Get off of that fence.
Man, oh man. Well, I hate that happened to her. I hope that, she doesn't try to.
Well, it's crazy how social media, we could use it for good, but it's so often used for evil.
So often. Christian, you shared this story.
Yeah, I thought it was
funny. I wanted to talk about it. So the story is, and it's an opinion piece from iFilm or /film.com. I always call it iFilm. The Rock, here's the headline. The Rock is trying to pull
and this was from before the press
This
release.
was before all that, right?
Yeah.
The Rock is trying to pull a Black Adam with the WWE. Now, before I even get into the story, if you listen to this show, you probably know what that means. Because, let me give you a little history. Here's the Snyderverse. It's got its wins and its losses. And here comes The Rock.
He's going to save it.
He's going to save it. Because everybody loves me. I'm The Rock, right? I'm going to do this movie called Black Adam with this really obscure fucking character that hardly anybody knows in comics.
He's going to be the hero.
Yeah, I don't.
And he's going to turn it into a hero. Fat forward. Fat forward to today, and the Snyderverse is no more. Black Adam was a bomb, and The Rock pretty much ruined Henry Cavill's Superman career and many of the other Snyderverse hero actors. Go.
So there's a lot of similarities between him going into the WWE and to save the WrestleMania.
That's kind of what I think what I and you say combined is what they're saying.
They also mentioned that stuff you're talking about The Rock not being so hot, about how it's been like 10 years since Fast and Furious came out.
But he is The Rock, though.
Yeah.
So, like, trying to go into the DC universe as an obscure person.
True.
But he's The Rock going back.
But are you going into... But why would you go into something that's already fledgling? And it was fledgling at that point.
Who knows? Yeah.
And pick a character and see, Black Adam doesn't exist without Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
That's his villain or his hero.
Ah, okay.
So The Rock said, "Nah, I don't need him." And that's what fucked it up. Let's be honest. That's what fucked it up because it became Black Rock and not Black Adam.
I guess he should have just been somebody more mainstream.
Maybe.
Again,
should
have held out something.
Green Lantern could have been a Green Lantern.
I know you don't like Dave Bautista, so The Rock could have been Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
and then he'd be big and green. He'd probably be angry at that and not want to be in all that green makeup.
Bitch Tista. Anyway,
I don't think The Rock likes makeup.
I like old Batista.
Do you like Drax too?
He's cool. Yeah, I like Drax.
Drax is cool. Again, it's not the performance, okay? It's the fact that he doesn't appreciate it.
He just wants to be taken seriously.
He's never going to be because he's dumber than a bag of fucking hammers.
Is he?
His role in the Blade Runner movie, that was cool.
I mean, bit parts, Wes. We're talking bit parts. Like when he was in James Bond.
He was knocking at the door of the cabin or whatever.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that. I will give him that. He was good in that one. He must have dialed into something different.
He's good in wrestling, dude. When him
and
Triple H were yelling at each other, going, "Give me what I want." Yo, what do you want? Give me what I want.
I didn't see the zombie Netflix.
I never watched that either.
You don't watch stuff with the.
I never watched that either. Honestly, all the way
through. On a big zombie.
Because that's what I heard.
The zombies were too weird.
I'm on a zombie break.
Why?
I didn't even finish Walking Dead.
Oh my God!
They're getting ready to have a new season. I mean, a new spinoff.
Dude, it went on way too long. Come on,
way too long. I think the best.
And then spin it off. God.
Honestly, The Walking Dead would be better off as like a True Detective, like a one-shot anthology with like 6 8
then
episodes.
Go to the same world, but an entirely different
That's the thing.
group.
All you have to do is there are zombies on Earth.
You probably would have liked that Black
Pick 'em.
Summer Netflix has.
I have watched some of that. It is kind of cool.
That one's more limited.
Black Summer?
Yeah, but it got canceled too.
No, it was neat. It had runners. It had
now
the
we're
running
talking
zombies.
about why there's too much shit.
Too much zombies.
You can't keep it up. There's too much everything.
Probably.
You cannot keep up with all of it.
Well,
That's what happened with me and Marvel. There was just too much shit. I couldn't keep up.
Well, it's all just money at the end of the day.
Right.
It's like make more zombie movies because zombies are popular right now.
Right.
More comic book movies because we can make money.
Well, it's like he's got a story about a new Jurassic Park movie coming out. It's like the last one made $1 billion. Of course, there's another one coming out. I didn't realize it, but yeah, of course, there's another one coming out.
Why not? Like you always say, it's IP. You're gonna milk it until it's fucking dried up and dead.
Let's make a video. Let's take a movie out of this video game.
Yeah.
This story was interesting. I didn't realize it was his last TV.
I have so much confusion with, and you may not know a lot of it, with Sting and Dark. Didn't he already do the retirement match?
No, that hadn't happened yet. I think it's going to happen at the next.
Bound for Glory? Is that when he's going to have his retire? Or what is it? Whatever one of their big show is.
It's like All In or
is there? A
All In.
Is there a picture of Sting? What does Sting even look like anymore?
You don't know?
No, I haven't seen him since he looked like the Crow.
He still does. That's
like still his thing.
He still does, but he's half bald.
And he's with a young guy now who's crazy and paints half his face. He looks like the Turtle Kid. I like turtles. He's got half his face painted like that.
Turtle Kid.
And he does this move called the coffin drop where he just like jumps with his back onto people. It's terrible. Just pain.
You know, I only really paid attention to wrestling for 3-4 years, maybe. Late 90s. What do you call it? The Attitude Era?
God damn it.
I mean, that's what everybody calls it, right?
Sting?
No. Yeah, he still looks the same.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Look at all the Sting pictures with the guitar.
I did not even think about that at all.
Sting looks pretty good, man.
Right? Yeah. Well, Sting.
I mean, look come on. You can see how old he is through the makeup.
I was talking about the other Sting.
No, that Sting does. Yeah, he takes care of himself. He's not killing his body by continuing
Are we
to
talking
wrestle.
about the musician?
I think it's fun right now to keep going back and forth between the Stings. Maybe it should be a game. Like, guess which Sting I'm talking about?
Bilbo's sword.
Yeah, it's good. It glows blue when the orcs are in the air.
Oh, God damn, that was funny. AEW Revolution 2024. Yeah, so I guess this the one he did will be the last TV, performance.
Let me describe it to Wesley like this.
Yeah.
So apparently, him and Darby Allin won the titles, and then these other two guys came out. They're the Young Bucks. They're like they're repackaging themselves, but they came out in white suits and busted them open to get blood everywhere. So they had blood all over their white suits at the end of the show.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I was never really a wrestling guy, but it's entertaining to listen to you guys talk about it.
It's the visual, dude.
But I had to explain the whole Roman Reigns Rock WrestleMania thing to Elena.
What was
and she was like, "You're really good at explaining that."
Yeah, I feel like
I never would have got that if you hadn't explained.
In the office when Michael Scott was like, explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah.
And wait, explain it to me like I'm 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The Young Bucks are changing into heel.
Are they actually called the Young Bucks?
I think they're going to change their name, but they used to be called Nick and Matt Jackson, and now they're like, call us Nicholas and Matthew Jackson.
Oh, wow.
They're like, you can call us by our passport names.
But passport
Young
name,
Bucks, are they BUCKS or are they BUX? That'd be fun. Young Bucks.
They're BUCKS, but they should be.
Yeah, they
you
should
never
be.
know what's going to happen. Though,
Maybe BUX was more of a 90s, early 2000s thing.
It makes me think of the D-Generation X.
It makes me think of the bicycle BMX is what it makes me think of.
DMX. Gonna give it to you.
Is Xbox still alive?
Yeah, we were watching Bert talk about it.
Still alive to this day, yes.
Xbox.
He is still alive. Yeah, he apparently kicked it.
He does the con.
And his name was
sometimes.
X-Pac. I always thought that was so goofy.
X-Pac.
It was fucking goofy.
It was better than Six. His name was Six and one of the wrestling things.
Well, it was like, I don't
remember.
know, man. I mean,
Six? S-I-X-X.
It was Six-Pack, though, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Why was he X-Pac? Was it like a
It's like
Tupac?
Tupac,
was it?
probably.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's
Right.
like, really, dude?
Because D-Generation X was a new faction, and they needed a fucking name, and they were probably sitting around going, "We'll just call you
cutting edge,
X-Pac."
dude.
That's so silly. Because it wasn't like the Ice Cubes and Ice Teas and Vanilla Ices. There weren't a lot of Pacs. There was just Tupac, and then he was like, "Well, I'm going to be X-Pac," and then nobody else ever did it.
I mean,
because it was goofy.
You should have been W-Pac.
No.
Teapot? Oh, you're T-Dog, not Teapot. Did I say Teapot?
Teapot. Well,
Teapot, short
I do drink a lot of tea
God,
now.
that'd be funny if that was a gangster's name, dude. Teapot.
My name's Teapot.
It would have been the natural progression as I age. Go from T-Dog to Teapot.
It would make sense. It would.
I'm a little T-Dog. Now I'm a grown-up Teapot. But I'm not short and stout. I'm just tall and stout.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Wes, do you know about the Vince McMahon shit that's been going on? Heard whispers about it a little bit?
And I always fall back to, if that girl is like sitting around with her friends and she goes, "Man, I got shit on at work today." And anybody else that would use that in any context would be like I could say to you guys, like, "Man, I got shit on at work on Friday." And that's like, you probably got buried in paperwork. Right. That poor woman was literally shit on at work.
Yeah.
And
stayed.
Yeah,
And stayed.
I don't understand that, but there's no point trying to rationalize the irrational. That's a thing that I've tried to do in adulthood. And but I have kind of picked up. I don't think there's anything criminal going on. Like right now, this is still like a lawsuit. This is like a civil filing.
Wrong.
It has gone criminal.
It has gone
now?
criminal.
Okay.
Federal investigation is now being investigated for sex trafficking.
But it seemed like what had happened was there was going to be like a $3 million settlement, and she got $1 million.
Right. That's what I explained last week.
I don't want to make this sound
like it that's what I explained last week. Is the NDA called for Vince to pay her $3 million. He paid her $1 million and told her to fuck off, and she was like, "Okay."
Hey, at least you got some money.
Who do you think leaked
Ashley Mazzaro.
Oh my God! So this is a wrestler that's passed away.
I heard her story.
She's
not alive
She
anymore?
won the Diva search.
Away.
She committed suicide.
Yeah,
then why did that story just pop up then?
Because back in what was it?
Because WWE claimed to not know of her allegations.
She claimed that she was raped while in Kuwait representing the WWE because they would always do that soldier stuff.
Oh, okay.
And WWE pretty much swept it under the rug and said,
maybe it was somebody else.
Don't let it ruin what we've created with the Army.
Maybe it was another female wrestler that had also just recently come up with allegations. I can't remember who.
Tori Wilson had said some stuff.
Somebody said somebody was in Playboy. No, Vince McMahon never really paid attention to her. Then she was in Playboy. Then he really started paying attention, and she she wasn't having it.
Might have been her.
I think you're talking about this girl.
Maybe.
Because Ashley Mazzaro
was in Playboy.
But I
was in Playboy.
A lot of stuff I get is just from Reddit. So I read it as if this was like an account that just had happened. But it seemed like that story was Vince started writing her promos and basically just tanked her career.
Pretty much,
because but I don't think...
Because she didn't play ball.
Yeah.
Right. So, again, as these allegations from these horrible allegations from McMahon continue to come to light, we're seeing more and more of these stories that, like, the WWE investigated this and said they found nothing. Well, they also investigated Vince and said they found nothing. So it's like some of these stories, these horror stories from the 90s are really coming back around.
Well, you can never trust anything to investigate itself.
I agree with that. I totally agree
Not
with
anybody.
that.
Not
a corporate. Not any business at all. Right. No, I agree with that. You're always going to be biased.
Who watches The Watchmen?
The Watchtower.
The Watchtower.
So let me ask you this, and I'm asking you, Chris. Does this ruin the Attitude Era?
Dude, the Attitude Era was already ruined by the way it treated women.
Well,
I'm sorry, I just laughed.
I'm talking about
ruined.
a step further, like the Austin and Rock, and I mean, Vince was in the middle of all that shit, and I know there are people that are not going to be able to watch him anymore or look at him on fucking TV.
Maybe.
I mean, does that undo what Stone Cold did?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to talk about it. I mean, it's going to have that major impact in the world of wrestling.
Well, I mean, like you said, that was on an Attitude Era. You're talking about on the major impact of the wrestling today. I don't think he's a link to that WWE so much.
Well,
it's not taking.
Well, and I think that's why it's still going, and it's probably going to be a great WrestleMania. But I'm talking about like stuff that he was directly involved in that was good for the wrestling business because it got us The Rock and Stone Cold and Undertaker reimagined and all this stuff, Mick Foley. But is it tainted now because you knew that shit was going on? And you can't tell me some of these fucking guys didn't know what was going on either. Give me a fucking break. That's what's going to be the fucking thing. Who, like Wes said, who knew what and when they knew it is going to determine who gets taken down.
I was just going to say, I mean, it gets, I don't know, for me, things get separated.
And who else was offered women?
Yeah,
point.
You do. I never thought about it that way.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I've never seen him
I
before.
thought you did because you're acting like this is news. I'm like, who is this person?
I mean, he was the TNA president, and he was just randomly fired.
Scott D'Amore. I thought maybe he was some influential crazy guy.
That's D'Amore.
D'Amore.
Oh, D'Amore.
I have no idea.
D'Amore?
I do get it. I do get a kick out of sometimes your all's pronunciation of names.
I can't do it. Sometimes
I think it's awesome.
I'm awful.
I love how you guys just go with it.
I'm awful at it. I just go. I look at Christian. He goes, "That's good enough."
Yep.
And I'm like, "Sweet."
Hooked on phonics.
So, the big game. Don't say the fucking word because it's copyrighted. The big game is this weekend.
Yeah, we'll get sued.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to the commercials of the big game and what trailers we may see.
There was a good one for, I think, Paramount Plus, dude, where they had the Star Trek Captain Picard throwing Hey Arnold.
I did see that. Yeah, like a football.
Yeah.
His head looks like a football.
Yeah.
Remember?
Weird.
Yeah.
It was funny, Wes. You'd like it.
Quiet Place Day 1 is on there.
That trailer's out.
I didn't watch any
Isn't
of
it
those
already
movies.
out?
Yeah, I've watched that trailer.
Right. That's right. I didn't watch any of those. I want
really?
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. I just
Really
haven't
good.
seen
Yeah,
it.
you should watch
Those are
it.
I'm
definitely-
really late on things.
Those are definitely some of the...
Like that 13 Hours movie. Just watched that within the last
I don't
few
even know what
months.
that is.
I don't know. What is that?
That was the Benghazi movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
it's been so long, but it's new to me.
I don't think I ever watched that.
It's actually really good.
I
And
don't
not
know.
political.
It's not political?
No, it's just a good movie.
Okay, that's why I usually hate movies
And
like
it had
that,
a
'cause
guy
they're
from the
political.
unit on it.
Was
And
that
I-
Bruce
and I-
Willis movie called Under the Sun?
Tears of the
Tears
Sun.
of the Sun.
That was a brutal one.
God.
Also, good cast. Cole Hauser was in it.
Amazing cat. Dude, that's amazing.
I love how Cole Hauser's got his moment now. All the women love him on Yellowstone. I've never seen a
Oh,
single
yeah?
episode of that. But
I haven't either.
But he's in it, and there's so many women that are like, whatever. I think his name's Rip, and they're
Oh,
like,
they
oh,
love
Dude,
Rip.
he has been in.
He's a great.
When did he Dazed and Confused? So that would have
Dazed
been
and
like
Confused.
97.
He was in Dazed and Confused. He was in. He was a neo-Nazi
The
in
Cave,
Higher Learning,
Higher Learning. God, I forgot he was in that.
and then yeah, he was always kind of a villainous guy. Even in Dazed and Confused, there was a deleted scene.
He the Pitch
He's
Black.
being all racist. Yeah, villain in Pitch Black.
Yeah, was his.
But then he made
warden.
then he was the hero turn in Tears of the Sun, and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And
for
he
sure.
lived. Not everybody had the.
He
was
did live,
fortunate enough
didn't he?
to live
He
through
doesn't
that
live
movie.
much. The Bob Marley biopic. I'm looking forward to that. That we might see that. Which is John Krasinski's new movie that he's directing.
I watched all Jack Ryan. Sorry,
Tom Ryan.
I was thinking of Tom Clancy.
Tom Cruise?
His Jack Ryan stuff is awesome. By the way, waiting on a Rainbow Six series.
Knuckles. Anybody watch the Knuckles trailer? That actually already came out.
I saw him in that movie though. Well, I saw him
Christian
doing his full wow. What in the world?
I'll have to put the picture up on the fucking feed of what we're looking. It's he looks so happy. He looks so fucking happy. Anyway, not Hey Arnold.
It doesn't look like he's about. I mean, maybe if he does throw him like a football, it looks
he
like
does throw him like
it looks like he's about to twist his head right off at the neck.
Oh God, he's about to murder him, dude.
Dude, he looks so happy about it. All right, the Tiger's Apprentice. I don't. What the fuck is that?
That'd be pretty cool watching him going around.
See, these are like, hey, that's cool. That's probably something I could watch with Kate.
Ooh, a Tiger's Apprentice, dude.
She likes tigers.
Tigers are the shy. Is it the chi or the shy? Is it the shy?
The shy. I don't know.
The shy or the chi?
The I is silent.
Well, it is Chicago. Is it?
That's what. Is it the shy?
The shit.
Unless it's
the
shy.
Shit. Allie, go lay down. God damn that tail. Go lay down. She just knocks everything off people with her tail. Lay down.
What's around her neck? Is that the shock collar?
Yeah.
You're awful.
I don't use it. Do you see me using it?
It's the implication.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Such an amazing
implication
line.
The Family Stallone.
Is that real?
Apparently they're Paramount shows.
Those are all his, daughters.
Those are his fucking daughters, yeah. And that's his wife.
He was banging beautiful women, dude.
I mean, Stallone didn't go after no hogs,
He got some big tattoos.
What's he got to do? Stay sharp, Zip? What did you say? Said stay frosty. You said
stay frosty.
Stay sharp. You said you told me to do something. I said, what's that from?
Oh yeah,
Stay frosty was Aliens.
I know, but
I said something before that.
He was like stay sharp or something. I was like, what's that from? He said it's from me.
Yeah,
I made it up. Sounds good enough.
Yeah, it was great.
Stay sharp.
Possible we could see the Deadpool 3 trailer.
A what?
Deadpool 3 trailer.
Those are good. Those are entertaining films.
It's actually going to have Wolverine in it.
It's got the what's his? Or is that just a picture of the one guy from the X-Men movie?
Pictures. Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah,
wasn't he a wrestler?
No, that's Tyler Baines. He was Michael Myers and Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
Okay.
Right. What else we got? Inside Out 2, which that first one was cute. I watched that with the kids.
Phyllis from The Office has a voice in it.
Phyllis is great. I love fucking Lewis Black, his anger. He's my favorite, obviously.
I don't know. That first one made me sad. Now that I think about it,
it is sad.
Because the girl's she moved.
She runs away.
Oh, I thought she her family moved.
She moved and then she ran away.
Yeah, it was. I guess
and her mental world was falling down.
Well, it was one of those things like we can't be kids anymore.
Oh,
right. I'm happy in adulthood, but sometimes the nostalgia.
Well,
I haven't seen any.
What do
you
think about? You haven't seen any.
Just since I watched the very first
with
one
Franco
that had Draco Malfoy in it.
Who? No, you mean Franco?
Oh yeah, no. He was in the fucking kennel.
He's beating him.
Yeah, Draco finally got his comeuppance from an ape. The orangutan was cool. I feel like it threw a manhole cover like a frisbee.
It was nice. Dude.
Wasn't the orangutan Paul Giamatti? Or no, that was the Mark Wahlberg.
He looks like one.
No, I swear he played the orangutan in the Mark Wahlberg one.
It
was Paul Giamatti.
I can't watch those.
Mark, I'm the monkey.
I'm glad that there's people that enjoy. I don't know, man. It's just so
like even the old ones. You're like,
no, yeah, those old ones. They look so.
Is that what it is? Is it the old ones that rub off on you? You think?
Zip was playing this game.
I guess it's almost like it's been so long that what's the point in even trying to start?
If you had to guess a movie that Zip was talking about by just saying one word and he said monkeys, what would you guess?
I guess it would be Planet of the Apes.
This is Wizard of Oz.
What? Oh. Well, I was like, but didn't Christopher Walken have a speech about monkeys in what was that movie when he was an angel? What was that movie called?
The Prophecy.
Prophecy. I feel like he was really angry at humans.
Like that.
I think he called.
But no,
humans.
this was a movie that had monkeys, actual monkeys in it.
Yeah, but the way Christopher Walken called humans monkeys.
Yeah, he said we were monkeys.
He was very angry.
Yeah, he didn't like us.
The coolest part about that, well, you know what? That movie's cool. And then Viggo Mortensen was Satan.
Viggo.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Viggo, I forgot he was Satan. You're right. They made like 4 of those.
Why not make more? Yeah, let's reboot Prophecy. That was cool.
They don't reboot the shit that needs rebooted.
And you could bring everybody together, all the conservative Christians and all the atheists and temples of Satan. They could be it'd be great. Angels, demons, bad angels,
temples of Satan,
good demons.
I feel like
that Bad Omens show on Amazon. That's a good one.
What's that?
I guess it's based on a book, but it's really funny, and it's a kind of an angel and a demon in collaboration to save the world.
Is that with David
really
Tennant,
good?
The fucking Doctor Who guy?
Yeah, I didn't watch the second season. The first season
I've heard
amazing.
that was good.
Yeah,
yes.
it's awesome.
The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. Didn't they already make that fucking movie?
It was a TV show back in the 80s,
No,
right?
wasn't it with him and Dwayne Johnson, The Fall Guy?
I have no idea. No, The Gray Man or something. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. Fuck.
I like Emily Blunt. She's
Emily
in one of my favorite
movies. She's in Quiet Place, the Quiet Place movie.
I'm talking about Sicario, though. That second movie was goofy. The
Kung
first
Fu
movie,
Panda
awesome.
4, I can't believe there was a 2 and 3.
Haven't seen any of them.
Me neither.
Maybe I'll watch those with Kate, too.
It's got Jack Black being
Jack Black's
the
pretty funny, yeah.
Jack Black's awesome.
The Twister sequel. How you feel about the Twister sequel, Wes?
It's been a while, dude.
What was his name? Bill Paxton?
Yeah, that
he
was
was
his
a
name.
cool guy.
Yeah.
Hey, The Witch, the Wizard of Oz. We were just
They're
talking
making
about.
Wicked?
I was talking to Kate about how I was terrified of the Wizard of Oz as a kid. I remember my aunt and uncle, I was like spending the night with them, and they were like, we're going to watch the Wizard of Oz. And my cousin had a lot of G.I. Joes, and I played with his G.I. Joes with my head under a blanket the entire time. Like in retrospect, they put that movie in for me because I was their guest. And
Why didn't you tell them to stop it?
Why didn't they stop
They
it?
were like, "What's wrong?"
When
with
they
this
were
kid?
like, "Hey, Wes, we're going to watch The Wizard of Oz," and I was like, "Well, I'm just going to put my head under a blanket and play with Rob's G.I. Joes all night." Why didn't they stop it?
That's hard to play under
Yeah.
a blanket with G.I. I mean, how?
Wow, dude, I could have
That's
played
close quarter combat.
When I was so that was my toy as a kid, G.I. Joes, and I could have played with. You could have put me in a cardboard box with G.I. Joes, and I would have entertained myself.
What all
for
did you
hours.
have? What all did you have? Did you have the flag?
I had a lot of G.I. Joes themselves.
Just-
not a lot
just
of,
the- not a lot of
stuff.
vehicles?
My cousin,
Yeah.
though, this cousin,
You mean
he
like
had the
little
aircraft
ones,
carrier.
right? Not
He
the
had
big-
the flag.
That's
That's the USS flag.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I remember on Christmas walking into their house when he got it, and it was like one of those things. As a kid, it looked like that box took up their entire living
Oh
room.
yeah, it did
amazing.
probably.
But what I'm thinking about as a little kid, I imagine myself as like, I'm walking into this giant room with this big giant box, and I'm like 2 feet tall, and it's like a million feet. Tall.
They have
it was
one
larger than life.
They have one displayed and fully assembled at Inner Geek at Pullman Square. The USS
really,
flag. Yeah,
that's awesome.
it's pretty cool. All right,
It's just
so
like the Star Wars trilogy. Now you go back to it, and you're like, it doesn't hold up. That box. isn't
Yeah,
that
I
big.
should never see it. That would probably be the best thing is don't let me see it.
yeah. Have you watched any of the new Jurassic World movies?
Chris Pratt was.
With
I was
Pratt
still I was still mad about when the one dinosaur killed the T-Rex in the one movie. This was like 20 years
maybe
ago.
Number 3.
But when
it
they
3?
remember, they were like, "What was that thing?"
The Indominus Rex.
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus.
Oh,
When
that's number 3.
that was
God
dumb.
damn.
That was dumb as hell. Like, hey, we found these bones. This thing might have been big as shit. And then they were like, "Well, let's put it in a movie and have it kill a T-Rex."
Well, you're
That
really
was
not going to like what
stupid.
they've done.
Then you're really not going to like the new movie.
Yeah, fuck that.
They
I'll
just
just keep
invent
watching.
dinosaurs,
I'll just
dude.
keep watching Godzilla and shit like that. Where I don't have to be disappointed.
Did you watch -1?
No. Is that the
It will
Japanese
not.
one?
Yes, it will not release on fucking digital. Makes me so.
But here's
goddamn mad.
me. Before Kong versus Godzilla, I had to spoil myself because it was like, man, if Godzilla kills Kong, I'm not gonna watch this movie. I can't watch movies when King Kong gets killed, man.
Or you mean Godzilla or either one?
No,
What movie
if
did King Kong get killed?
well, in all of the King Kongs, but I mean the original,
okay.
right when he's falling off the building, that's awful.
This is like a whole.
So I don't want to.
to.
So yeah, I don't want to see Kong
This
get
is a
killed.
whole different ball game. The
I know.
versus movies are never going to kill.
I
each
know
other.
that's great. That's why I'm
But
a
what
fan.
about dead Godzilla? Can you see a dead Godzilla?
If one had to kill the other, I'd rather King Kong kill Godzilla, I guess.
Okay.
But like you said, it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
So, yeah, what was it? Let them fight.
Yeah, let them.
Yeah, just let them fight. Just keep letting them fight.
Well, now you're
Or
talking
be
about
friends.
the first one. See, I think they're kind of on a downhill. I didn't like that last one.
Oh, let me stop deterring you, though. All right, Jurassic.
No, it's all right.
Jurassic World with Chris Pratt.
With Chris Pratt.
Is he still Pratt it up?
No, they don't know if he's going to be.
They don't know anything. They just have a date. It's July 15th, 2025 is the date.
He's just a franchise
Or July 2nd,
guy.
excuse me, 2025. Yeah, he's all franchising it up. But there are several dinosaurs that kill the T-Rex nowadays. The T-Rex goes out like a bitch in most of those movies.
The T-Rex is just like an ant to be squashed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so dumb.
He does heroic sacrifice, dude.
Probably. He gets, like Boromir. T-Rex getting fired on with arrows. He saves the hobbits, and then gets chomped on by a big dinosaur.
I just picture T-Rex carrying 2 hobbits.
Oh, God, and his little hands.
Dude, well, that'd be crazy if you replaced the Ents with T-Rexes in The Hobbit.
Are the hobbits riding on the T-Rex's head?
No, he's carrying him around.
It's just a force.
Because it's like, what else is ours?
That would be a
for?
very uncomfortable ride for the hobbits, don't you think?
I don't know if a tree's going to be much better.
Well, at least you
they
can
work
sit on a
climbing
branch.
in them, yeah.
You know, at least you can sit on a
That'd
branch.
be funny if they had little hammocks swinging around from the, what's his name, Treebeard. Treebeard's like, hop on my hammock.
What is this? It's like you're tying him up, dude.
Hop on my hammock. Oh, God.
Man.
Empire Magazine found themselves in a little bit of hot water last week because they posted a picture of stars, much like Star Wars, in the Star Wars font that says, hello there.
And it worked, dude. They got like 1,000 shares and comments.
It worked because people thought they were going to announce Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2. That is not the case. Instead, it was announced that it was only for this cover series they're doing about the prequels.
Yeah.
So everybody was pissed off at it.
When are they going to reveal that Mace Windu's not dead?
He has a comic book coming out.
Yeah.
But it's really more before the Jedi Order and shit.
Did you know Grogu is his son?
It may happen to that. Is Mace Windu's son?
Yeah. That's where he gets his force powers from.
So Mace got it on with the female Yoda?
I mean, how else?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Maybe
I just seem to know.
I'm ready for them to move on from the Skywalkers. I do
want to see, huh?
But also it's like I feel like, some of the earlier stuff, like when Yoda was younger. No, man. Do it. Go back to Old Republic. Make it thousands of years before the story
that's
we're
what
familiar
everybody
with.
wants is Knights of the Old Republic.
But not that. Don't do that. Don't
Did you watch
just a clean slate.
You didn't
another
watch Rebel
Jedi
Moon,
Sith.
did you?
I did watch Rebel
Oh, you
Moon.
did watch Rebel Man.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it.
Man.
Is that good sci-fi or just trope after trope? Or
Yeah, it was very tropey. And
I
also,
heard it was
too,
tropey.
like to read about that before it came out, and people were like, okay, I guess it was like, man, it's really smart that Star Wars never brought up how are we going to feed the stormtroopers. But that was like something they folks like, we need your little planet to feed us. But it's like, dude, you guys can do intergalactic travel and you can't figure out a way to feed people.
we need you to work the field.
At least in the Matrix, they were never like, oh, we're going hungry here. No, they had their little oatmeal stuff to eat. And that's the thing. And they're buried in the earth, and they figured out, hey, let's make this oatmeal stuff.
Oh, it is kind of like Star Wars. We're almost out of gas. Our ship's out of fuel.
Yeah, it was like, let's just really consider a real world logistic in a war. How do we feed the troops? And then put it in a sci-fi movie. That was dumb as hell.
That sounds dumb.
That's the plot. That's the whole shit.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
It is. I mean, it is though, right? It's dumb. God.
It's funny too at the beginning when she's like smelling the earth or the earth. I forget what she did.
Guess I'm on Reddit often, and so a big criticism of Zack Snyder was, don't let him create the shit. Let the story already exist. I guess, but even with DC, that wasn't the greatest. But
I think
there
about
was some
Watchmen.
good Zack Snyder stuff. Yeah.
Right? All he did there was follow Alan Moore's fucking comic, and it was fucking great.
There's a way to do post-Endgame stuff because the Watchmen series on HBO was amazing. And I am 100% on board. If they never film another episode, don't have a sequel to it or anything.
That's what Alan Moore wants.
Show rocked.
Yeah.
And I like that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did the music for it. I'm on board with those guys. I'm huge Trent Reznor.
They're doing heavy work now.
I will watch a movie or start a series if I see that they're doing the music on it.
I got you. I love their music in like Social Network and all that shit. It was really good. Christian, did you see this story? Gina Carano, is that how you say her name?
I think so.
That's how I'd say it.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I saw this story.
She is suing Disney over The Mandalorian where she was fired. Elon Musk is funding it.
Well, he's a protector of free speech, dude.
Is that what it is?
That was what reminded me.
He's like, you should be able to be a Republican and talk about how much you want to do bad stuff.
Here's
and
the
not
thing.
Get
I don't feel like
what
she did was all that wrong.
Well, nowadays,
because like the one, like her little, like my pronouns or beep boop bloop or whatever she said, and everybody got really angry.
I don't know what you're talking about. What she said?
That was just a little joke. You know,
that she made?
Yeah, and I just thought that's not very harmful.
I think it was more than that.
No, yeah.
What she did to get fired was more than that.
Then she went all in. But this reminds me of when the guy funded Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against Gawker Media.
Yeah.
Peter Thiel.
You mean J.D. Vance's sponsor?
Thiel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. But
So you think she's the pawn?
Well, I think in that case, they actually had
they
more
had
standing.
they had a case.
Yeah,
they had a case.
I mean, I mean, there's no way.
Just the Reddit stuff I'd read was that her contract was up. Like she didn't get fired, they just didn't renew her contract.
And they've pretty much taken away worker protections. Like you can get fired for being a Republican or for being a Democrat.
But I mean, she was cool. I mean, I think that was kind of classic Star Wars. Like, dude, her dialogue, and she wasn't a great actor, but if you needed her to kick ass and shoot stuff, yeah, she did. She filled that.
Former UFC fucking champion.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck.
Too bad
Gina. It's not going to go for you, but
no more Carl Weathers on The Mandalorian.
Yes, we discussed that last week. It's very unfortunate.
You know, I was thinking of his name. I was like, Grief Karga. I was like, gosh, what a weird first name. I was like, maybe it was Chief Karga. No, it was Grief.
Grief.
Well, I mean,
or if we're saying it right, Griff.
Weird names in Star Wars.
Grief.
Dude, what my favorite Jedi from my favorite obscure Jedi from the prequels was
Plo
Koon, or was it Plow?
Plow.
I think it was Plo Koon.
But even then, you say that sounds dumb as hell.
We were talking about Ki-Adi-Mundi the other day.
We were.
Poor guy. He got
went out like a bitch.
You know, here's the thing. At least
went out like a bitch.
But at least he went out with a lightsaber in his hand.
Yeah,
dude, that's
up
the thing.
In the air.
That's what showed me that. Show me the Plo Koon's not dead because he just got shot down. That was
you don't know.
I think he died later on in the Clone Wars or something.
He did appear in the Clone Wars, I think.
He was in the Clone Wars, but I mean. Revenge of the Sith.
Okay,
Rebels or something. I think he was
did
later on, yeah.
Okay.
Did he? I didn't know.
Or was it just one of his species?
We'd have to look it up. We'd have to look up his death.
We'll look it up. I'll look it up for you, dude. Don't worry. It was a sad news week for Disney as they find out they lost 1.3 million subscribers in Q4 of 2023.
Are we going to have another story about the CEO's mental stress from this?
Probably. It's probably peppered in there, I'm sure. I don't know. Why do you think this happened? Why do you think everybody left Disney? Do you know?
The good show they watched it, they finished it, and didn't want to keep paying for it.
I've never been that, and this makes me sound that I'm much more well off than I am. But I've got Netflix, I've got Hulu, I've got Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I've got HBO. Or whatever it is, Max. It's not that much of an inconvenience.
No, it isn't.
It's like, so it's this much.
I'd rather have it than not have it.
And even when they're like, oh, it's going to go from $12.99 to $15.99, and people were like, fuck that, I'm canceling. I'm like, dude, that's me choosing to eat a bologna and cheese sandwich instead of going to McDonald's.
Once.
Yeah.
Not just every day of the week, once.
Yeah.
I cancel if it's something that I just picked up just to watch one thing on, then I'll watch that.
But I've always kind of thought, maybe I could be. Or
if it comes with shit, like my Apple TV came with something.
Yeah, when Kate gets older and I could actually, because that's the thing, I'll not ditch Disney Plus as long as I have a kid.
Well, yeah, you got.
Now it's got Simpsons and Marvel stuff. And
Yeah.
No, it's entertaining.
Star Wars.
And it's
I didn't drop it.
yeah, there's just ebbs and
I'm just
flows.
wondering why they have. Well, I mean, that's a big drop, though. I mean, you got to wonder if the Star Wars shit had a lot to do with that, or the Marvel shit for that.
But also too, it's like if you don't really, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Some of the Marvel stuff that's coming out is not hitting the marks.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of
do a new season of Mandalorian and people are going to subscribe,
Yeah,
or they'll
true,
wait
true.
until I can binge the entire series and pay for it in a month.
That's true. It's not like they can't come back. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
I didn't think
I'm not as economically responsible to be able to get a streaming service for a month and then cancel it.
Right. Pedro Pascal is apparently Reed Richards, according to the SAG-AFTRA website that lists his career profile, which pretty much takes a dump on any kind of announcement that the MCU is going to make.
If true, we'll see.
If true,
Who's
well,
gonna
I
be
mean, the
Thing?
SAG-AFTRA, I mean...
God, I hope it's wrong. I hope you're wrong.
Why?
I'd say
Just so I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I'd
You
say
live for that.
It's doomed.
do live for
it doesn't
that.
matter who they cast because the final four, Fantastic Four, are just all kind of goofy.
I disagree.
Dude,
If they do it right,
I don't think there's a way to do it right.
if you have Dr. Doom,
I don't know, man. I mean, they've tried it already. I think it's just goofy.
didn't do it right.
It has been pretty goofy.
It's got to be the both of them. You got to have Dr. Doom, and you got to do it right.
Put Christopher Nolan in charge. I want to see his take on the Fantastic
God damn,
Four.
it probably
dude.
looked like that other one they made with Miles Teller or whatever. It looked like it's shitty one.
Well, and that's the thing. Those were some
Kate
cool.
Mara.
Those are some good actors and actresses, and I'm
dude. Yeah, but the fuck.
not even interested.
Dude, don't.
No,
even
I
get
guess-
Me, don't
wait,
even get me started on that motherfucker.
What didn't they have? What's his name? Jim from The Office. What's that guy's name? though?
Krasinski.
John Krzyzewski.
John Krasinski.
John K. Can we just
Johnny K.
What
yeah.
is But okay, so his turn. Yeah, that was cool.
What is
but
he, Polish?
But he doesn't want to. But he doesn't want to be Reed Richards. He's not going to commit to anything like that.
He
That
doesn't
was
have
pretty cool.
to. He should. He must not.
I just think.
appreciate it.
I just think the fight. But dude, I've been so critical of so many Marvel things that are beloved by people. I never liked Spider-Man until this Spider-Man.
You didn't like Tobey Maguire's stuff?
I liked the first one, and then it got old. That third Spider-Man.
The second one you didn't like?
I think
with,
it already
with Doc
started.
Ock?
I think. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
need to go back.
Here's the thing. I always just thought like Spider-Man, the teenage superhero, is just kind of goofy. But I always thought Daredevil's
Like
pretty
you
goofy
talk about like
too.
the cracks and shit, like the joking and all that?
Yeah, I guess.
Or like the idea that you
He's
live with
no
the grandmother?
Batman, dude.
No, he's no Batman.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. For so long, I liked brooding, I guess, superhero guys. Yeah, Batman
Sure.
and Punisher.
Darker. You like
Yeah.
darker.
But
You were a
all
Blade fan. You
but
love
with all the
Blade.
Avengers stuff, they really, I mean, that's the thing. It's like Thor sounds like that should be goofy as hell. And Thor's awesome
I love
in the
Thor.
Avengers. And
Yeah.
Tony
I got
Stark.
Fat Thor on
But
my
that's
shirt.
part of it. It's like, God, they nailed the casting.
The
Now-
first round, that first group, I don't think you could have, except for maybe Chris Evans.
The core four.
The thing is, too, Edward Norton having to, the conflict or whatever. Dude,
That was something I thought they would have a lot of trouble with. I'll be honest.
yeah, dude.
I was like-
because that's the thing. Mark Ruffalo's that's just another guy. Dude,
knocked
he's
it out of
just
the
a
park.
cool guy.
He knocked
He's
it out
just
of the
cool.
park.
Yeah.
In that Avengers movie with him standing there like doing this shit and fucking nervous and shit.
But
was
I
like,
feel like at the beginning of the run up with all that stuff with Iron Man, like they used to say, like, I don't know, we just don't know. Like people when they want a comic book movie, they want Superman or Batman. I just think that was goofy because there were millions of Marvel fans that were waiting on that moment.
Oh, they were
waiting
oh my
on
God.
Captain America, Iron Man,
Dude,
the
I
Avengers.
can't tell you how many people were in the theater with me with tears in their fucking eyes when they do that big fucking 360 in the Avengers.
So go back to taking a risk, Hollywood.
Yeah. That's supposedly what they think James Gunn's going to try to do with this new Superman movie.
The Suicide Squad. I like the first Suicide Squad.
Do you
That's
watch
just a
Peacemaker?
cool. That's just a cool concept. But I like the second one a lot too. But is it? I'm going to confuse the flags because Rick Flag
Randall Flag.
and Randall
You
Flag.
watch
Yeah.
that
So in the Suicide Squad when Rick Flag gets it, man, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Lame.
I like that because I like that actor
lame.
a lot too. That guy is cool.
Joel Kinnaman or whatever. Yeah.
That show,
Cinderman.
that show, The Killing.
Kinnaman.
He was awesome in that.
Show what?
There was a show called The Killing. The first 2 seasons are about a single murder of a girl. And he was awesome. He was like a
is he a true detective?
Narcotic. Yeah, you know what? It is a true detective kind of thing. He was like a narcotics guy, narcotics detective that starts working a murder case, and super compelling. That guy is cool. I like him a lot. I like him in Altered Carbon. That first season was cool.
Did you watch that Christmas movie he just did, the Silent Night movie?
No, but I saw the trailer for it, and I thought I'd watch that.
John Woo directed
that
it.
looks like good, clean fun.
John Woo. I mean, you gotta love the
remember
Woo.
when Kevin Bacon did that crazy like Death Wish type movie?
Death Sentence, is that the name of it?
That movie was. I remember. It's like I watched that, and I don't think anybody else did.
That's a cycle. They come around. They won't be any of them for a while, and then all of a sudden,
Kevin Bacon to do a turn like that, John Goodman was in that movie.
Yeah, I remember. Do you watch The Boys, Wes?
First, I watched the entirety of the first season.
Yeah.
Did I watch the second season? Yes. That's it, maybe. Just the first 2.
Okay.
I can't watch that with my kid.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
True.
She can't, I mean, and that's the thing, it's like...
And by the way, don't watch Invincible with your kid
it's like stuff I can watch. So I'll watch things on my phone. But me and Bree started The Boys, so I'm not going to watch that without her.
No, I've got shows like that.
When I'm like, I can't watch that with my kid. My kid can't even be in the house. It's not like this is an agreed upon thing, not one of those, my wife won't let me watch it. No, I'm not going to have that on in the house at all if my kid's in.
So the Boys have reportedly landed an early season 5 renewal, and that they will be filming as soon as April. Makes you happy, doesn't it?
Well, they need to get the other season out first. I mean, I don't care when.
Wait, the season 4 hadn't come out yet? No. Oh shit! I didn't even know that part.
Yeah, dude.
Oh damn! That confused the shit out of me. It really did. I was like, damn. I guess I missed 2 seasons.
Like,
it is entertaining. That's some entertaining stuff, though.
Boys is fun.
Well, and the one guy is Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's kid, right?
Yep.
So here was the thing I was thinking
what
about
do you call
the other
Christian?
day.
Nepo baby.
Nepo babies.
The thing I was thinking about the other day, and I'm not gonna. Okay, the Maverick movie, because his name is Jack Quaid. No, Maverick, like Top Gun Maverick, but his name's Jack Quaid, right?
I don't know.
Like
I never saw it.
You thought he was talking about the gambling movie?
With fucking Mel Gibson.
No. But
I was like, I love that movie.
It occurred to me the other day.
Put Maverick on right now.
That they could have had Meg Ryan's real life son in the role as Goose's kid.
Oh yeah.
But they had him in the movie. He just didn't get to play.
Yeah, he didn't play.
And that's not knocking Miles Teller. I think that guy's pretty cool. He's pretty cool
That's
too.
good trivia.
That's interesting.
But I was like, and then I was thinking, it's like, did they just kind of throw him a breadcrumb? Like, hey, we're gonna make this Top Gun movie, but you're not gonna be Goose's kid. And then he was like, well, can I work with a computer? Yeah, all right. Yeah, you could be typing on a computer, going, yeah, Maverick's going fast.
Well, maybe he's not an actor.
Maybe he just didn't want to do it.
He is an actor.
No, he is. He's in The Boys. What's his name?
He's the main.
Petey, Dickie.
Huey.
The fucking.
Yeah, that's Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's
in the
kid.
Scream, the latest Scream.
He does kind of look like Dennis Quaid.
I haven't watched any of those.
Is he still in the latest Scream? Everybody's leaving.
Is David Arquette still in it?
I don't think anybody's in it now.
That's shitty. Dewey? Dewey. No shit, Huey
Courtney
and Dewey.
Cox lives.
Wes, I know you're a fan of the Alien films.
I started rewatching all those recently.
Did you?
Yeah, and then I got about halfway through Resurrection and stopped.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
But
that's a hard one.
I heard dude, Prometheus is entertaining to me. And Alien Covenant are entertaining to me.
They're entertaining to me.
So and that's where I'm at now. Like,
did I say they weren't?
I just said they were weird. They're not the same
weird.
Kind of
yeah. No, I didn't say I didn't. I love those movies.
Yeah. But I like Michael Fassbender and the cast and everything. But no, I know a lot of people.
Scene with both Michael Fassbender's playing his little.
I mean, yeah, there are definitely parts now.
I think the cool part is like, and people are like, I don't know about all the directions they're taking this. They didn't really go all that bonkers with it, because in Aliens,
no, they didn't.
Paul Reiser that's the whole idea is how can we use these as a weapon. So basically, it just kind of showed, yep, aliens were biological warfare.
I think it shows that
So I think it just kind of circled back around, but it was that was too much for some people.
I think it shows the androids are just as much assholes as we are.
Yeah.
Well, God, we could get into full.
Is the dog seizing or dreaming?
She's dreaming. She does that often.
She's shitting.
She's definitely not shitting. Alien Romulus. We have a date.
Who's the director?
That's the title. We have the title.
Fede Alvarez.
The guy that did Evil Dead.
The guy that did Evil Dead Rises.
Yeah, that was all right.
I'm not sure if it's that one or the other one. It might.
I
think you're right. Rises.
I watched the most recent Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I watched that, and then immediately had to go watch the original Evil Dead. Did I buy them all? I might have bought them all.
And the second one.
Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Because
same thing here.
I don't know, like, I guess it's like Evil Dead is funny. And trying to make it like, we're going to scare the shit out of you with Evil Dead. That didn't work for me.
It wasn't. I mean, it still had some humor.
They try to take it serious. I mean, we're
going to kill kids in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need.
It's hard to shock people.
I don't need Evil Dead.
It's hard to shock people.
Well, yeah, but I just don't do it with that IP. I don't need Evil Dead to be edgy.
Yeah.
Even though the very first Evil Dead,
well, the first Evil Dead.
They wanted it to be. They wanted it to be scary, right? And then it was like, well, this is
made with like $500.
Yeah, I can
back in the days with commentary, we used to watch an Evil Dead with a commentary, and it's like that turns Evil Dead into a comedy.
Definitely seeing where from going from Army of Darkness to the new one. Yeah, there's definitely a total change.
Oh, for sure.
But it was.
Well, even from the remake they did, that was totally different.
I didn't see that
than the first one.
I didn't see that.
Terrible.
But no, it was entertaining.
Well, they're making another one. Bruce Campbell confirmed that there is a new Evil Dead movie in the works. We don't know much about it. I
watched that Evil Dead series.
Yeah,
I love that Ash versus Evil Dead. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that was entertaining.
That was great. All right, let's get into the events. We're way over time, but it's a special. We got
that
Wes.
guy's still going on.
Jeff Hardy is still going on. He's coming to play a concert. I'm gonna take Wes Friday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. at the Elks Lodge in Ashland, Kentucky. $30 for one ticket or buy two for $25 each. More details can be found at our friends at Time Warp Ashland.
I got tickets to go see Metalocalypse in April.
Okay. HerdCon.
HerdCon is coming. This is for if you don't know, Wes, this is a Comic-Con they hold at Marshall.
Good for them.
March 29th through the 30th, 2024. Free admission. Doors are at 10.
At the Student Center.
I think last time they paid
Memorial
the
Student Center
$10,000 to show up there.
Yeah,
those guys are awesome.
They're millionaires now.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I've tried to reach out to Clint several times. Like, can I be on your staff? Can I be on your roster? We also want to mention, we mentioned last week, but the return of the Pikeville Comic and Toy Convention, June 1st, 2024. Want to mention that. And then we've got the Time Warp Gaming Con coming up. Can't see that shit.
With Police Academy star.
Yeah, with Michael Winslow
nice.
coming. There's going to be live wrestling by ACW.
It kind of looks like legit wrestling, like amateur wrestling.
What is
it's
that?
definitely not.
Well, I know, but the way that picture looks.
Mortal Kombat tournaments, role-playing, D&D, table games. It's going to be a lot of fun. We may have to go to this one, Christian.
Yeah, is it Friday night?
Yes, it's coming Friday. This coming Friday, Saturday, at the Boyd County Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Where's Michael
What's
Winslow
going on
at?
Man, Kentucky is on point with all these things.
You think Kentucky? Have you looked at the Paramount lately?
No.
He
They got like Warren G.
There.
I went and saw Collective
saw
Soul
them.
there.
I remember seeing them at the Newport, right?
Do you remember? I thought you were really drunk and didn't remember him.
I mean, I was, but I know I was there for it. No, the Hives at the Newport. That's the most intense concert I've ever been in.
Were you there?
Yeah.
With me?
No. This was back in the 20 years ago. It was me and Christian and Paul. In the Hives.
So this is what
that's the old.
Paul lost his sweatshirt.
Paul just took his shirt off and threw it.
His hoodie.
And I remember, like, the show was over, and Paul's like, "Well, hold on, we got to let it thin out, and I go find." And Paul just walking around the venue. Here it is.
He found it?
Well, that was the whole point. And he acted like this is a thing I've done before in other concerts. Like, oh, this is getting too hot. and then at some point you'll find it. And he did.
Yeah, dude, you know that.
But that's the only time I've ever been knocked down at a concert before.
Dude, that was the black and white concert I saw at the Newport was one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Newport, is that still a venue? They still doing stuff? That's what a cool place that was.
Well, they got good location too. They're perfect location.
But that
between downtown and Kansas.
And that was the thing too. Kind of some of the magic of seeing, like, who was it? Kings of Leon. Seeing Kings of Leon before they were like arena rock Kings of Leon. Yeah. That was cool.
No shit.
The Killers, we saw them when they were small.
You guys saw a bunch of bands when they were small.
We went
to
baby
bands.
The Strokes, I think we saw them.
The years that I lived with
saw
Christian
Arctic
going
Monkeys
through college,
before they got
a
big.
lot of stuff. Yeah, that was
We all saw Muse before they got all fucking huge.
Yeah, we didn't like them.
We didn't like them because the Foo Fighters canceled, God damn it. And all we had was Muse. All right. That's our events, and as I said, we are over time.
Wait. I want to say congratulations to your brother for getting married.
I am so sorry. I should have said this at the beginning. Congratulations to my brother. He
buried the lead.
Tied the knots.
Well, congrats.
Yesterday. It was a wonderful ceremony. Beautiful bride.
I saw pictures of Zayden. Man, he'd grown up.
He is a grown man now, and he looked like Roger Moore in 007. It was great.
He had his suit on and everything.
Of course, my brother, he is a very busy guy. I know he would love to be a part of this more.
Yeah, he used to be on the start of the show with Wes,
well, he was the starter with me, and life,
life happens.
Life happens. So, but there's always a spot for him. Congratulations, bro. I'm proud of you. All right, Wes. When you think you're going to try to make it a weekly thing?
No.
Well, we appreciate it.
I'd love to say yes, but
I will. I promise you, you will get a text every weekend saying this is the time.
Maybe every 6 weekly thing.
It's good therapy.
It is good therapy. Christian, you got anything else before we close it up?
No, man.
All right,
I gotta go.
A good one.
Turn laundry around.
All right, for Christian, for Wes, this is Ryan Zip. Oh, I'm sorry. Check us out on Podomatic.com /GeekZip podcast.
Like and subscribe.
Support us. We love you.
Yes, Facebook, Twitter. I'm sorry, we're just all friends. And we haven't been together in a while.
This is how serious we are.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we really need money. I mean, if we're being honest, I need some money to buy some new shit, especially with this guy coming over. I want him to have his own camera.
We need a bigger couch.
I don't need my own
bigger
camera.
Couch.
That's
you do.
No, that's the reason I wore my hat. I keep a low profile.
You need to get the Kanye face hood thing.
I should have just done that.
Everybody have a great week. I'll try to get these guys back together.
That would have been good. A pantyhose.
Pantyhose over top.
Panty on your head.
It's nice.
We're going to get out of here before we get in trouble. You guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.